Howdy folks, Troy with Twins the V8s. I'm back. Really moving along on the dash on the Chevelle here. So what I'm going to do is I'll give you a little recap. I get the whole dash in. I've got most of my wiring. All my gauges are back up. My wiring for my AC is done. My radio is all back in and functioning. My controls are in for the AC. I've got all the duct work plumbed for the froster. The heater, the AC, that's all plumbed in. I'm almost there. What I have left is the dash cluster, the dash pad, the glove box door, and the kick panel on the right hand side. Then we can put the carpet and the seats back in. So bring the camera over, I'll show you what things look like. So here we are inside. And as you can see, I removed the steering wheel because I just wanted the access to be able to work in here without having to work around the steering wheel. So I pulled that off. But what I got is I got the radio in, got the gauge package back in, got the AC control in the dash. I've double checked all of my accessories here, wipers, lights, radio, cigarette lighter, all that stuff is functioning. If you look down inside of here, you can see where I have all of my plumbing work. As far as the duct work and everything is all plumbed in. And so next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this dash cluster in this area over here, and then once that's in, then I'll do my glove box and my upper dash pad, and then I can put my steering wheel back on, and in essence you know, the dash will be done, and then I can just work on putting the car back together. So I'm going to get that done, and I'll come back on, I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll see if we can wrap this up today. Okay folks, so now I'm moving on, got my whole dash all back together. I put my dash cluster in, steering wheel's all back on, upper dash pad's in. I trimmed up the kick panel on this right hand side where the hoses go through the kick panel. I'm going to bring the camera in, I'll show you where I'm at, I'll show you how I trimmed up this kick panel, and then we'll move on. Next thing I'll be doing is I'm going to take and vacuum out this area. I'm going to get the carpet back in, get these kick panels in permanent because I have to loosen them to slide the carpet under, get my wires tucked up. And at that point, we're ready to put the seat in and pretty much be done with the inside of this job. I got my whole dash all back together, got my steering wheel back on, dash clusters all in, dash pads on there, everything's looking good. What I wanted to show you is what I did under here, and if you can see, this is an aftermarket kick panel with some speakers in it, but my hoses come through over here. Normally this would have a grate in this area where you'd pull a handle over here and your vent would come through, where, you know, vent air comes through here and blows inside the passenger compartment. This is an aftermarket piece, so what I did was I trimmed it out, and then I trimmed this whole little panel, this access panel here. I trimmed that so the hoses go around it. You can kind of see there, so it just kind of gives it a clean look. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen this all back up. I'm going to vacuum this out, get my carpet in here, and get ready to put the seat back in. Howdy folks, Troy with Twins the V8s. I'm back. My project is basically complete at this point. Got the whole inside of the car back together. Everything on the dash works and looks great. I'm going to bring the camera over. I'll show you the inside of the car. I'll show you underneath the hood. And then after that, we get her lit off and take it off to the dealership or to the garage and have the AC charged. And once that's done, the car's done. So I'm going to show you what we got, and we'll wrap it up. So there's the inside of your Chevelle right there. Everything's looking really good. These are our Astro ventilation vents, which are now actually going to be our AC vents. Our other AC vents that are on the bottom are located over here behind the gauge package. Not really exactly the way I would have liked to have done it, but based upon what's going on, that seems to be the best way to go. So there's your inside. Dash is all in. Everything's, you know, fairly well cleaned up. Carpet's back in, sill plates, all that.